awaking from his nap, Uncle Wing went up to Aunt's room. From her shelves and desk drawers, he extracted out his sister's belongings: albums, books, personal diaries, and poetry notebooks. Her clothes were also stuffed into sacks and carried into the courtyard. By the mighty fig tree, my uncle built a fire, and into these living monsters, he threw in the vestiges of my aunt's whole existence. I had followed my uncle to help him with his loads. Catching his destructive act, I cried out and begged him to let me keep at least one diary. Uncle Wing waved me off, telling me, the boarding girl, to shush or scoot elsewhere, for he had some business to take care of. I dried my tears and lingered around the pile of books, eyeing the diaries longingly. When my uncle was busy feeding the flame with more paper goods, I stole one leather-bound notebook and read it hungrily, racing against the time to absorb the meaning of my aunt's inner revelation. But I only had time for a few pages when my uncle looked up and discovered what I was doing. He ordered with a pained voice, "Throw it in at once." As the flame leaped higher, casting in the air an acrid smoke that stung my eyes, our mates brought out many more books and family albums from our home and threw them by piles into the bonfire. Gently but firmly, my uncle explained to me that what he did was necessary to save lives, our own and the lives of other family members still in Vietnam. Pointing to a snapshot of the extended Lee family taken in 1972 on Sister Mai's engagement ceremony, he asked me, "Whom do you see who are no longer with us?" Aunt Kim's family had left. Aunt Zip was missing, disappeared during the Saigon last week. "Do you see what Uncle Ling's wearing here?" My uncles continued. I said, "He's in military uniform." "Do you think it's safe for us to keep these around?" I did not answer him. We both knew. There, by the mighty fig, we collaborated to murder our family's past. I sat dumbstruck, stupefied to see the skeleton of our past bright in agony, while its pearly flesh was changed to a sickly brown, then ashy, then gray dust. When I could no longer resist, I reached back clumsily into the hellfire to salvage my treasure. A singed volume was momentarily retrieved only to be tossed back, and the fire beast lived on it with a great roar. The photographs of my family burned quickly, but the poor books, they resisted. The servants had to pry open the pages with a tree branch to assist the devouring flame. Its lapping tongue swept the pages words by words into its hungry belly. Soon, there was nothing left. My father's parentage, documents of all sorts, birth certificates, proofs of baptism, school records, everything was only ash now. Our passports and visas, our last hope, existed no more. My uncle's eyes was again red as during the time he took liquor. He kept a vigilant watch on the fire, nursing its flame with the family archives. We sat there mute until the twilight sunburns its last orange rays, our eyes stinging by the smoke and the heavy sadness of destruction. Gone were my aunt's carefully penned records of my paternal grandpa's last month, where day by day and hour by hour, the progression of his sickness was written down. What had been said, who had visited, how grandpa had looked. The memory written for the next generation were erased. It took only one evening to eliminate the evidence of my family's glorious past.